Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, I want to talk a little bit about Progenity Incorporated. This is ticker symbol PROG or Prog stock, as it is more commonly known on social media, Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. Pretty popular hype stock, social media play, short squeeze play, whatever you want to call it. And it's a stock that we've been covering a lot on this channel because it is pretty interesting and entertaining to follow because there's always a lot of news and there's always a lot of volatility. I mean, this thing has seen some crazy upward and downward movement in the past 6 months, going from 263 down to 67 cents up to almost $5, back down to where we are today at $1.61. And obviously today was definitely not the best day in the world for Prog, being down right around 10%. We are up another 1.24% in the after hours, but this is obviously something to talk about because I know there's a lot of people wondering, is this the end of Prog? Is Prog finished? Is Prog done? Is it going to go lower? Can it go lower? Is it ever going to rebound? So we'll hopefully talk about some of that in this video today and kind of go over what is happening in the world of Prog right now. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I'd appreciate that so much. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out the first link in the description below for the Patreon we have for this channel, where every single dollar from that Patreon goes directly into the YouTube investing portfolio that we track over time on this channel, and will hopefully grow from a small account to $100,000 plus. But with that being said, let's get right into this. So again, Prog, rough day today, 10% down. Year to date, 2022 has been very, very rough, minus 28.44%. I don't think there has been a single green day for Progenity in 2022, which is kind of rough. I know obviously there was a lot of people hoping that 2022 would be good for Progenity because I know there's a lot of people saying, hey, Prog is a tax loss harvesting stock. This is a stock that was down 60, 65, 70% in 2021, depending on where you bought it from. But a lot of people were down on their Prog stock holdings. So it was something where maybe people had some extra incentive at the end of the year to sell out. And that maybe that meant that those people who sold out in December to, get those positive tax benefits maybe could be jumping back in at some point in January. Now, obviously, January is not finished, so we don't know if that's not officially happening yet or won't happen more so in the future. But again, so far in 2022, that has largely not been the story. This thing has just been down and down and down. But I do believe today was the biggest downward day in 2022 for the stock. Again, I don't know why this is not working. This thing on Google always sucks. But being down 10% in a day is really, really rough. But again, can it fall further? To me, at least in my opinion, the answer would be it definitely could, right? I mean, when we look at just where it has been, this thing was, 90 cents a couple months ago, 4 or 5 months ago in September, late September. So maybe even, calling it like early October. This thing was 76, 67 cents in August, which that is like 6 months ago or something like that. This is not that long ago that this stock was 67 cents. The fact that we were at, $2, $3, $4, $5, that was crazy. Now, this downward trajectory and downward momentum that we're seeing has been also very, very crazy in the opposite way. But just seeing that run up from 67 cents and even knowing that we're here at $1.61, I mean, from its 52-week lows, we are still up, obviously. I'll see if we can get the exact number. We're up 140% from August 20th till today. Now, obviously, it very, very much so depends where you've bought this thing, because you could be down 70%. You could be down closer to 80%. You could be down, 78% from here. If this goes in, 78% from there. There's all different kinds of numbers that you depending on where you've bought. 67% from kind of these November highs. You could be down all different places all over the place with Prog, and some people are even still up on their holdings. So I mean, it really kind of does depend, but the volatility we know with Prog, it can go higher, and when it's humming, when it has that upward momentum, that upward trajectory, it has a lot of things that can push it higher. There's potentially some good news coming in the future. They have some new products and treatments and things coming out that are in the works. They are slimming their expenses. They are hoping to lose less money in the future. There is the short squeeze opportunity. There is the retail following that is behind this. There is a lot of good news and stuff as well, but that is when we're in that upward trajectory, people want to highlight all that stuff. But now that we're in this downward trajectory, it is hard to break out of it. Yes, at some point, Prog will get to an oversold juncture or level or whatever, but that doesn't necessarily mean we have to be there yet, so you really need to do your own research, dive into the numbers, and really come up with your own conclusions of what is the fair value for this stock at this day and time. I think too many people get caught up in what this stock could be, or what it might be in 5 years or 2 years or 10 years, or if they announce this, then it's going to the moon, or if they do this, then it's going to the moon, or if they partner with Pfizer, or any one of these crazy things that are all possible, and people want to price in so badly, but you need to look at what the stock is right now and what they are doing and what they have done, and what they are for sure going to be doing in the near and long term. And then any of that extra stuff, that's just icing on the cake. That's the stuff that pushes you a little bit higher when there's all this positive sentiment and all these things going right, which is just not where we're at with the market right now. You can see overall the Dow Jones was down 0.5% today, S&P was down 1.5%, Nasdaq was down 2.5%, Russell was down 0.76%. So there is a lot of negative sentiment and a lot of negativity in the market right now, and it takes extra good news. It takes extra strong companies. It takes companies that are making money, profiting, growing, are stable, are not very speculative, are really safe investments in the coming years, especially as we see interest rate hiking on the table, especially as we see inflation risks and concerns, as we see all this stuff, maybe potentially even the economy shutting down again. Who knows what's going to happen. And Prog doesn't really check a lot of the boxes of what it seems like the stock market is looking for right now. Now, again, for people who believe in this thing in the long term, that doesn't mean this isn't an awesome opportunity to buy the dip, but who knows? I'm not giving any financial advice, anything like that, not telling you to throw your life savings into Progenity or to buy it, sell it, whatever. I'm just kind of, taking a look at the market as a whole, giving my thoughts and opinions, and talking about the stock. A lot of people on the Progenity Prog subreddit are saying, today will probably suck. There's nothing we can do about it, but I know what I own and I'm not too worried. None of that flash sale BS. It sucks to get knocked down, but if you have conviction in the stock, there will be buying opportunities when we close the gap towards $1.13. So yeah, some people even think this thing can continue to go lower. And again, I think that's a really realistic point of view because, this was less than 6 months ago that we're seeing prices way lower than where we are right now. So to think that it can't go there, maybe you think it's not going to go there, but to think that it can't go there, I think is really foolish and really naive. And it's absolutely an opportunity. But on the bright side, there is still more and more good and positive news coming out for Progenity stock. Now, some of this stuff is hard to value. Some of this stuff, it's hard to tell how much it will matter or if it will matter at all, or how much money, revenue, whatever is going to be made off of it, or how much Progenity is going to capitalize off of it. But this did come out from the last presentation at the H.C. Wainwright BioConnect, that they can now deliver 60% bioavailability for a variant of, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it could be a delivery platform for many drugs. This is better than what is delivered via subcutaneous dose, which is 64% per the FDA. Big picture here is that Progenity technology can be applied to many drugs and not just the ones under study. This business is replacing injections with a pill. It has been on Big Pharma's minds for a long time. The average absolute bioavailability of this thing is estimated from 3 studies following a single 40 milligram subcutaneous dose was 64%. And again, they're claiming to be able to give doses up to 67% bioavailability for monoclonal antibodies, which again could be game changing, could really get them involved with a ton of different drugs, a ton of different products, a ton of different companies even, which again is where some of these links to stuff like Pfizer and everything is coming in. But again, this is all speculative at this point. This is good news. Things are going in the right direction, but they still need to hit on actually ways to generate money and to actually come out with products and actually land meaningful partnerships, especially before their business goes under or goes out of business, or they need to continue to sell off shares further and further and add or dilute their shareholders even further. So there's a lot of stuff at play here. We'll have to see how it goes, but just know today was a very rough day for Progenity stock. It doesn't necessarily mean it's dead, but things are definitely not pointing in the right direction, at least in the short term as of today. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Tell me, drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Prog stock. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.